Welcome to the CA Ops MVS Event Management and Automation 13.5 New Feature video series. This video covers IBM Tivoli Netcool Omnibus integration feature. This is the agenda we will review during this video. Ops MVS provides a new host command called ADDRESs USS NCREQ. The ADDRESs USS NCREQ command can send alerts to the Tivoli Netcool Omnibus Object Server. You can create new incidents or update the timestamp of last occurrence. This host command is available from Ops AOF automation rules and Ops MVS REXX programs. The request is queued for execution in a USS server. When invoked from rules, no feedback is available, other than the request was successfully queued to a USS server. When invoked from REXX, a stem variable may be provided to contain the full response from Tivoli Netcool. The prerequisites for this feature are CA Ops MVS 13.5 plus PTFSO 08651 and IBM Tivoli Netcool 8.1.0 or higher. The Ops MVS USS Proc DD OPNC SCHM points to the schema definition for the Tivoli Netcool Omnibus Object Server. The default is member OPNC SCHM in the CCLX controlled dataset. The Ops MVS USS Proc DD ENV file points to environment variables used by the various address commands. The default is member USS ENV00 in the CCLX controlled dataset. The listed variables provide the information needed to connect to the Tivoli Netcool Omnibus Object Server. These values may be overridden on the ADDRESs USS NCREQ command. The default OPNC SCHM member defines the standard schema. You can add custom columns, provide default values for columns, or indicate that a column is required. This shows the default sample proc for the Ops MVS USS server. The highlighted lines indicate the datasets that may need to be updated, as described in the previous slide. This shows a portion of the default sample schema definition file, OPNCS CHMDD, from your Ops MVS USS proc. Each non-comment statement provides the basic attributes for a column in the schema, including the column name, data type, maximum length, default value, etc. In the actual definition file, additional comments describe the complete syntax for the schema definitions. Note that the identifier and summary columns are required, that first occurrence and last occurrence default to the current date and time, and that customer is optional. In the ADDRESs USS NCREQ command syntax, schema name X should be the name of a field or column in the alert status table. Only columns that are explicitly provided or have default values in the schema definition file will be included in the request sent to Tivoli Netcool. The parameters hostname, port, user ID, password, URI, proxy host, and proxy port may be omitted if the corresponding environment variables were provided in the USS ENV dataset. If values are provided on the command, they override the values specified in the USS ENV dataset which is pointed to by the env file dd in the ops MVS USS proc. The optional USS keywords are the same for all USS commands. These control how the USS server handles command execution and output. This is a sample REXX program that issues a single NCREQ command to send an alert to Tivoli Netcool. Values are provided for the required columns, identifier and summary, and for several optional columns. Stem out dot causes the command output to be returned in variables out.1 through out.n, and the number of lines to be returned in out.0. The do loop displays each line of the output. This is a portion of the result returned to the sample REXX program. The first line contains the HTTP result return code, in this case indicating that the request was successful. For successful requests, each additional line contains the name and value of a column in the schema and may be extracted for use in the REXX program by using the REXX parse command or the REXX interpret command. The full output contains a line for each of the columns in the schema, including columns for which no value was specified. For failed requests, the stem variables will contain error messages that indicate the reason for the failure. This shows output from the Tivoli Netcool event browser. The event generated from the sample REXX program is the second from the bottom in purple. In summary, this video showed you how to set up the ops MVS USS server to process ADDRESs USS NCREQ commands, customize the event schema, and send an alert to the Tivoli Netcool Omnibus server, as well as interpret the command output. For more information, click the information bubble at the top right of the video to visit the product page for CA Ops MVS Event Management and Automation. From the product page, you can access additional resources, including the resources listed here.